going, everybody? Yeah, buddy. I like this. Getting ready for tonight's live stream. By the way, if you're tuning in, and make sure you hit the like button or the dislike button. I don't care which one. Just do something when you come in. Tonight's live stream, I'm going to do it about MGTOW and why it is necessary. MGTOW is necessary for a lot of different reasons. What up, Clifton? How are you? There's just a lot of misinformation out there. And I want to clear up several things for guys who are, red pill just used to be called being a man. That's what it really comes down to. MGTOW was a response, as BGS said it best, but it's necessary. What's going on? But I do want to talk about this whole thing about what next. I'm going to tell you right now. Well, I don't care what you think, women, gynocentrism, all these other things, they aren't the enemy. The real problem is whiny crybaby men, simps, white knights, and manginas. Because what it comes right down to is life is a game. And the winners the winners aren't the ones complaining. It's the losers. Yeah, if you're always in somebody's comment section, hating on women with your blank ass avatar. Look, if you don't, when I look at a comment, and if I see just an initial and I don't see your picture, I'm going to assume, especially if you're a woman, you're fugly. But if you're a dude and you don't have a picture and you on some irate over the top stuff, I'm just going to assume you're a loser. Because losers don't complain. Let me tell you why losers don't complain. Because they just lost the game. They just lost that point. They didn't lose the war. See, players straight up win. Players win. I've always been a player. And that don't mean a pimp player. That means I play the game. Look here, black men. We took an L in slavery. We've taken L's with our women. So what? Read your history. Plenty of other men better than you or me have lost throughout history. Suck that shit up. Have I ever been a pimp? Have I ever been a pimp player? Go check my videos. That's been well documented, of course. But the bottom line is this. Players win. Remember when Buffalo was playing Houston in the 92 AFC Championship? They were down 38-3 at halftime. Well, get the fuck off my channel, punk. Somebody get him out of here. Wulong Wong. Peace out. In the championship, yeah, adios. Don't come back. This ain't for you. In the championship, Houston was kicking Buffalo's butt. They were waxing them. The average the average whiner you see in the comment section, women are the enemy. We can't get ahead because of white supremacy and systematic, institutionalized racism. They would have packed it in and said, you know what, we lose. No, Buffalo came back out and found a way to win. Players find ways to win. That's the difference between a winner and a loser. A loser loses before the game is even over. A lot of you cats who are upset at women firing off in the comment section, talking crazy, you're a loser. You're a loser because the game isn't over. The game is your life. You ain't dead. You can do something. The guys who were, and we're going to talk about this today, the guys who are hardcore MGTOW, I see a lot of them going at pickup artists and dating coaches and all this other kind of stuff. in the comment section. But the people who run the channels, let's just be realistic. The people who run the channel whose faces are front and center tend to be the winners, whether they're on MGTOW or whether they're on the player side. And here's the thing. I don't care if you are a hardcore MGTOW. Life is still a game. You need it. You need to get out there and deal with everything else. But how you play the game dictates whether or not you're going to win or lose. A lot of cats today are just running around losing, and you're claiming MGTOW. You're claiming all these different things. You're claiming gynocentrism, white supremacy, all this other kind of stuff to justify or validate why you suck. I'm going to say that again. If you're holding on to red pill, MGTOW, white supremacy, gynocentrism, all these other buzzwords to justify and validate why you suck. If none of those things existed, you'd find another reason. Kittens are against us. The roaches are rebelling. The fleas are, you'd find a reason. Losers have always found, losers, quitters, people have always found a way to justify losing. Now, I'm going to chime in specifically on black men. Black men got this really bad because we have been history's losers in these states. But guess what? If you overweight, undereducated, don't care about your image or impression, don't care about how you come across, can't talk to anyone, can't communicate, speak like in Ebonics, you loser. What defines a loser in your eyes? That's the point. It's not a matter of defining a loser in my eyes. How about this? Look at your results. Look at your results. And instead of saying, well, what defines a loser in your eyes? Someone who has a scarcity mentality, someone who always believes that the glass is half empty, somebody who comes in here questioning. I mean, honestly, I'm not trying to be rude, but that's not even a question a winner would ask. Straight up. A winner wouldn't ask what defines being a loser. Winners don't concern themselves as losers. That's why they keep winning. All they do is win. The reason you hear me talking about it is because I try to help men who are on the verge being able to go between winning and losing. Most of my clients are winners. I don't have to go talk. I mean, not most, all my clients are winners. I'm not going to lie. I don't have to tell a man, you need to worry about your image, such and so forth, and take advantage of them. Most of my clients have attorneys, they have business coaches, they are achievers. You don't have to tell someone with a winning mindset, your game is weak here. You need to go practice on your free throws. Your game is weak here. You need to go practice on your 40 time. Your game is weak here. You need to go practice on your math. When I was a C student in mathematics, no one had to tell me, guess what, Kevin, if you want to be an engineer, you got to double down and go learn and do what you did. You need to come to school early, stay after school late. My freshman year in college, my background is chemical engineering. My freshman year in college, while everybody else was taking calculus, I had to take college algebra. I spent 35 hours a week studying college algebra, doing the homework assignments, looking at last year's tests, working with tutors, all this stuff out of my own pocket, making $3.35 an hour. I went and got a job at Taco frickin' Bell to go pay a tutor. You know why? Because it was my name on the test. It was my life. It was about me. Yeah, if I would have made a C in college algebra, I could have taken the easy path. I failed classes before. I failed calculus. But you know what I did? I didn't blame anybody. I said, dude, your calc game sucks. You don't understand. I didn't go whine and blame my single mother, my absentee father. I didn't blame white people. I didn't blame the women that broke my life. I said, you know what? Dude, you got to get better. If you say you want this, you want to be an engineer, you got to do what it takes. Not question why I got to take calculus to be an engineer. Okay, due respect, maybe you're new. So here's the thing. When I'm talking about something, if you got a question that's off the topic and you want me to respond to it, gladly hit the super chat button. Put something in that question. $1, $2, $5. If you got a question you want to ask me about a fragrance or something like that, I'm not talking about that. If you want me to get off the topic, do that. That's what super chat's for. So tonight, we're going to talk about winners and losers. Players win. Yeah, players win. They don't always win, but they win enough to call themselves winners. There's something that was said, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, it's how you play the game. True. But it doesn't matter if you win or lose, how you play the game. But if you lose long enough, you are a loser. Green Bay Packers have a history of being winners. From the 60s on through. Dallas Cowboys, history of being winners. Pittsburgh Steelers have a history of being winners. You have the opposite side of the coin too in the NFL. History of being losers. Why? You got the same talent, same draft picks, same opportunities, but losing is a mentality. Losing is a lifestyle. Losing is a mindset. You can change around and decide you want to win. The first thing you got to stop doing is bitching and complaining about everybody else, arguing about what's the white supremacy, women, such and so forth. Look at yourself and say, you know what? I'm overweight, undereducated, but performing below my ability. Women don't holler at me because I ain't even a man. Why should anybody want to respect me when I don't even carry myself with a modicum of respect? You need to get yourself together. That's why it doesn't matter. Money, looks, all this other stuff, that only comes into consideration after you're first a man. A man cares about himself and carries himself according to a standard. When I'm in a business meeting today, I walked in there looking like I look because this is my standard. No one else's, my standard. I have a standard. I hold myself accountable because I'm a winner. I win at everything I do, and even when I lose, I win. Because you can lose the game, you can lose the point, but don't lose the lesson. Do something, lose, learn, lose better. But I am so sick of men whining all the goddamn time. Bring your ass to these channels to listen to all this good knowledge, and I still see you talking about the same shit in the comment section. Go away. Because it ain't the women who are having the problem. It is you. You. You could take all the fat, ugly broads and move them to the side. Women only follow what the men do. And that's where we have a real problem. Because as men, we know we got an issue. And if you're a loser, you know you're a loser. And you hate hearing people talk about losing stuff. I had a couple of patrons quit becoming patrons of the channel. Not because I don't deliver quality information, not because the content isn't on point. They left because I talked about men need to drop the Jordans. Yeah, I'm gonna say that again. I had grown damn men sit back and say, man, I can't be a patron of somebody who speaks out against Jordans. Get the fuck off my channel. No group I would love to say these people's names, but I'm like, this is the black man's addiction. No group of men fights for Jordans. I don't know any CEO that wears Jordans. I don't know any high-ranking, and if you know one or two, congratulations. But as soon as you start to talk about Jordans and stuff like that, you can see I just dropped 8 people because they're all in Jordans. It's like, well, I'm good with you talking about winners and losers, but don't talk about my shoes. You don't own stock in Nike. You don't know Jordan, and they ain't doing nothing for you. But the fact that you have such an irrational, illogical, emotional response about some damn tennis shoes shows you your mindset. I talk about the things we need to do, and I talk about the things we need to address. I'm never going to sit back and say someone who's not in high school or college needs to be rocking Jordans. Not going to do it. Because until you can show me another group of men, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, or other, that after age 21, they are wearing Jordans throughout their personal and professional lives, where they're wearing Jordans, especially after 25, show it to me. And they're not involved in athletics, hip hop, or skate culture. What's up, JJ Redwood? You show me another group of men, but the fact that I have the nerve to say it, oh man, I'm cool with Jordans. You can be cool with them. I'm cool with cycling shoes, but I don't wear my cycling shoes with my suit. And if you want to have a pair or two, cool. But if you got 20, 30, 40 pair of Jordans, you got a problem. Take those Jordans and do the Gary Vaynerchuk eBay flip challenge. Take those Jordans, put them online on eBay, sell them for what the market allows. Take that money and invest it in some kind of certification for yourself. Invest it in some kind of course to learn how to for Bitcoin or real estate or something. Take it and buy a style consultation. See, that's where we're talking about. Take the stuff that you have and flip it and invest back in yourself. But you won't do that. You won't do that because you're more attached to them damn tennis shoes than you are to your own success. You're more attached to what you feel about those shoes than what they can actually do. You know, at the end of the day, you won't do it because you don't value yourself. You won't invest in you because you don't value you. Well, then don't ask the world to place value on you. Don't ask the world to respect you if you don't respect yourself. This is one problem I have, especially with my group of black men. We got to respect ourselves first. We got to carry ourselves in a way that does not matter. Jim Crow, new Jim Crow, racism, such and so forth, blah, blah, blah. My grandfather, his father, all those men had to deal with a hell of a lot more stuff than this. I've never been spit on. I've never seen anyone lynched. I didn't go fight in World War II to fight the Germans and then come back over here and get called nigga. My grandfather was shot and wounded in World War II. Purple Heart, came back here and had to be called boy for the majority of his life. His father fought in World War I. You couldn't even come back after you fought over there. Black men were being hung in their uniforms. I have never had to experience any of this. So how dare me sit around talking about, well, that system is keeping us down. Would be more of a disrespect to what he's done for me and the other men did for me if I sat around and bitched out about, man, I can't wear Jordans. It ain't fair that I gotta deal with the white man system. I shouldn't have to change. White guys don't have to change. Boo, 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 boo. I shouldn't have to change. That's how women act. I shouldn't have to do coulda, woulda, shoulda. Men don't deal in it's not fair. It's not fair. Every time you hear it's not fair, just put a bitch in front of it or after it. Men, red pill, always been the same. Players win. Whiners lose. Winners find a way to win. Losers give you reasons why they can't. Point blank, period. Players win. Whiners lose. Winners find a way to win. Losers find a reason why they can't. If you got the balls for this conversation or discussion, call in tonight. If I'm wrong, phone lines will be open. I dare you to call into this show and tell me why you can't win today. That thing you're watching me on, this mobile device, that Android or the iPhone, is the great equalizer. You can do whatever it is you want to do today. You don't have to you can start a business. You don't have to have brick and mortar building, inventory, line of credit, whatever. Whatever you desire to do, you can get it done. I hear so many men on so many channels giving so much information. I think I saw Mr. Research in here, aka Q. Y'all need to go subscribe to that brother's channel. He drops jewels. You have so many men giving so much information. But the deal is, you got to sit back and do something about it. See, a player is going to say, you know what? Q dropped some knowledge. He don't want to have any more $2.99 conversations, $5 conversations. Thank you, Q. That was one of the best comebacks. So if you decide to make a video and put $2.99 on it, or be asked to be a $5 patron, if we are having $5 conversations, man, I couldn't afford $5. I ain't paying that brother $5. If you are fussing about $2.99 or $5, your problems are bigger than that video content. The winners I spoke about earlier, Even when they didn't have the means, they had the mentality. You don't have to have the resources of the top 1%, 10%, but you have to have the mentality. That's what has always made a lot of us good, being hustlers. Hustlers, taking a dime and flipping it to 25 cents, taking some Kool-Aid, setting up, making a Kool-Aid stand, going to buy some blow pops at Sam's and flipping them at school to make some more money. Invest, flip it. That's what has made us good, because, necessity is the motherhood of invention. We are good at doing a lot with a little. If we can make chitlins taste good, we can become successful. But it's all we limit ourselves by the way we look at ourselves. See, we're good enough for hood politics, good enough for hood economics, good enough for on this level. But daring to go to this next level, that's going to require getting in there, rolling up your sleeves and competing. Because at this level, we're only competing with each other. At the next levels, we're competing with everybody, and they don't take any prisoners. Neither should we. And we don't have to. Men understand something. When men are the best versions of themselves, the world is a better place. Men in general. Black men in particular, when you step into your own, when you look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I'm not where I want to be today, but I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to start drinking more water, stop drinking so much soda or pop. I'm going to start doing some push-ups and sit-ups because I can't afford a gym membership. I'm going to go in there and make sure that I iron all my clothes to make sure they look good when I put them on. I'm going to wear Axe body spray because I can't afford a $400 bottle of Aventus. I'm going to make sure that the lines are tight on my face. If I decide to wear a style like this, I'm going to make sure my beard looks a certain way. I'll make sure my fingernails are clean. I'm going to make sure that my cuticles aren't all up here. I'm going to make sure that my breath smells good. You know what? Not a god doggone thing I said cost any money. And I just gave you 2 or 3 style points. Go to those tennis shoes you're wearing, change the laces. Go to those dress shoes that you say don't look any good. Go in there and shine them up. Don't have enough money for shoe polish? Spit will do just fine. Don't tell me that you don't have the money. Don't tell me that it costs good. Don't tell me that it costs a lot of money to look good. Don't tell me that something can't be done, because I have given you over 450 videos. 450 videos on this channel I have created. And most of that stuff has been done inside of 15 months. Don't tell me you don't have the information. You don't have the backbone or tenacity. You don't have the fire to get it done. You don't have the will to succeed. That's your problem. It's not because you lack information. You lack desire. Because at the end of the day, you don't feel like you're worth something. There is no reason that a man today should not be able to succeed on his own terms if he values himself. So you can always go into the comment section and look to see who the winners are and the losers. The losers tend to write paragraphs, and they tend to be angry. The winners tend to co-sign with a message, even a harsh one. Tonight, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, we talk about why MGTOW is necessary. Red pill style for survival. I do believe MGTOW is necessary, but I don't believe that you got to hate women in order to get what you need to get done. In order to succeed in life, a man must value himself. The way you carry yourself tells the world what you think about you. When you walk outside your door, or if you're in front of a camera, don't be angry if you don't get treated the way you feel like you get treated. Don't get angry if you get treated the way like you feel like you should be treated. I get treated really damn well because I carry myself, and I carry myself in that way, and I expect nothing less. I treat people like I want to be treated. I am a gentleman, but I'm not a simp. I have a standard for which I treat women, but I'm no fool. Understand something. It is a man's standard. Yes, I'm familiar with it more. Understand, it is a man's standard that determines how females interact with him and males interact with him. If you're not getting the reactions you want from the world, If you're not getting people talking to you, treating you the way you want from the world, it is your problem. Fix it. The only common denominator in all of those situations is you. The world doesn't have an issue. You have an issue. Man up, face it, say, you know what? I suck in algebra. I suck in calculus. I suck here. Take your L, let it be a learning lesson, go get a tutor. Do what you need to do. But stop complaining. Please, 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 gentlemen, stop complaining. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to wrap this up. I don't argue with women. I don't argue with women. I don't debate with women, especially when women come in and asking me, well, why should it be? I don't do that. In my comment section, I don't argue with men either. I let the work speak for itself. If a video I drop has a 90+% like ratio and 90+% of the comments in there are on point with the message, that's my answer. If you as a man come to my channel, throw shade, whatever, such and so forth, more likely than not, I'm going to pin your comment as an object lesson to show why this kind of thinking is keeping you stuck. It's not the message, it's not the messenger that you have a problem with. It's the message. Stop arguing with women, stop debating women, stop debating with other men who are out here trying to help you improve yourself. Improve you, your outcomes will improve. And here's the last thing. I have yet to have someone come tell me or make a valid argument against self-improvement. Even if you want to go MGTOW monk, even if you want to go back to a segregated society, even if you were 100% right on every talking point you have, I have yet to have anyone tell me the downsides to self-improvement. Because there are no downsides to it. You're still here. Life is still moving. You have a chance to change from this message forward. Or you have a chance, or you can make the choice to stay stuck. The world doesn't owe you anything that you're not willing to give yourself. If you want better, do better. Till next time, talk at you later.